No matter where you come from, no matter where you're going, here's a place where you can take comfort in the knowing that whether if you've come to stay a while or just passing through, this door is open to you. Come and let's be silent. Come and share a hug. Come, let's pray together. Come, love and be loved. From the blissed out to the turned out, from the pampered to the abused, this door is open to you. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. The God in us recognizes the God in you. The God in you. Whether you're black or white, gay or straight, Christian, Buddhist or Jew, this door is open to you. If there's some kind of trouble or pain you're going through, know that you are not alone and someone cares for you. As an individualization of divine point of view, this door is open to you. This door is open. This door right here, this door is open to you. Is open for you. This door is open to you. This door is open. I'm talking about this door.
Good morning. This door is open to you. With that video, we joined those that are joining us by live stream. So those of you in the building, I invite you to turn and just wave at the back. And we welcome those that are joining us virtually. Thank you for being here, each and every one. It's a chilly morning, so thank you for making the trek. Someone told me this morning they didn't have hot water, so they took a cold shower and came on. I said, wow, that is dedication. Yeah, that's absolutely dedication. My name is Darlene Strickland. I'm the lead minister here, and we always begin our time in prayer. And so I invite you to take this opportunity. We turn our awareness within, and today we greet this day, and we give thanks. We open our heart, our mind, our entire being. The scriptures say, be still and know. When we become still and turn our awareness within, we discover the essence of who we are, and that is a pure presence, a spirit, that each and every one of us are expression of the one life. Today, we open our hearts and minds to what it means to be a presence that is influential through aligning our hearts and our minds with prayer. And so for this day to explore, to celebrate, and to be blessed, we are truly grateful. Thank you, God. And so it is. Amen. We're going to invite you to just open your hearts as Cat William kicks off this opening song. We'll have you stand in just a moment.
To bear the burden that sometimes comes with living this thing called life. Am I wise enough to make the right decision when I'm standing at the fork in the road? Sometimes I wonder and I ponder, only to realize not alone, and there's nothing I have to do on my own. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives. You are the place. We are the place where God shows up. I am the place. You are the place. We are the place. where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up.
Each of you are the place God shows up. We invite you to turn and welcome your neighbor this morning with a handshake, with an acknowledgement, with a namaste greeting. We also take this opportunity to again welcome all of you who are joining us virtually. We want to thank you for your presence. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. You may be seated. We again want to extend literally a warm welcome to you today. It's not just us, but so many people across the country are experiencing very severe cold. And so we just take the opportunity to give thanks for heat and for the conveniences that we have. We're so blessed here with a youth program for nursery all the way through our teens. And so as our Sunday school teachers, the sponsors, our children, as they head over, we extend this blessing to them and through them to all children. And that blessing says, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the divinity in you. What a beautiful group we have. Elder Sharon Oxendown, we're going to bless them. Elder Sharon, would you come up just a moment? Something new that our youth program has started, when they all head out, they join in our big community room, they circle up all ages for a prayer. And different ministers, different prayer chaplains will be doing this. And today, Sharon Oxendine, she's one of our board members, one of our Unity members, but she's also an elder in the Lumbee tribe. And she's going to be joining our youth today to open them in prayer. So we want to thank you for doing that as you anchor our Sunday school program in prayer.
Appreciate it. Thank you. I'm honored to do this.
Sharon Oxendine. We would like to extend that same welcome to each and every one of you. If this is your first time, we have a welcoming card that has a heart on it that you can attach that heart, and it will allow us to acknowledge you a little bit easier as a first-time person. And we extend that blessing. So if it's your first time, just raise your hand, and our welcoming ushers will find you. Looks like we're all familiar or either too cold to raise our hands, so no worries. We have welcome packets in our bookstore, but if this is your first Sunday, if it's your spiritual home, if it's your first time joining us virtually, let us extend that blessing to one another that says, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the divinity in you. We truly thank you for being here today. I'm going to invite up Reverend Morgan Barclay. He is a retired Unity minister, but you know, in my world, when I hear someone say they're retired, I hear them say, I'm retreading. And so I may be looking for some new things to do. He is so available to support us in different things. And today he's going to be sharing our inspirational reading. Would you please welcome Reverend Morgan Barclay.
Good morning. When Darlene said, pick up something on prayer. Okay, there's a million things. So instead of reading about prayer, I'm going to invite you to participate in an experience with me. So I'm going to invite you to close your eyes if you just feel comfortable and sit in your chair straight. And I'm going to read something, and as I do that, I invite you to think of someone in your life who may not be living up to their potential. And this prayer was written for them. And it starts with a child of light. So hold that for that person. Child of light, I bless you. I think of you. I pray for you. Not in terms of what I think you need or what I think you should be. I lift up my thoughts about you. I catch a new vision of you. I see you as a child of light. I see you guided and directed by an inner spirit that leads you unerringly into a path that is right for you. I see you whole and strong. I see you confident and courageous. I see you brave and prosperous. I see you capable and successful. I see you free from limitation of bondage of any kind. Child of light, I bless you. So I affirm this brief experience shifted you from the realm of thought to the reality of your Christ presence. And I'm going to close with a line from the Daily Word from a couple days ago. I also pray not for specific things or certain results, but to touch the peace and perfection of the divine and to carry it with me throughout my day. God bless each and every one of you.
Thank you, Reverend Morgan Barclay. Pat Cardwell.
was a boy each week, Sunday we would go to church. Pay attention to Darlene, she would read the holy word. Consecrate the spoken bread, sometimes we kneel and bow. Today the only difference is everything is holy now. Everything, everything, everything is holy now. When I was in Sunday school, we would learn about the time Moses split the sea in two, Jesus made the water wine. I remember feeling sad, miracles don't happen still, but now I just can't keep track, 'cause everything's a miracle. Everything, everything, everything's a miracle. Wine from water is not so small, but an even better magic trick is anything is here at all. So the challenging thing becomes not to look for miracles, but finding where there isn't one. Holy water was rare at best, it barely wet my fingertips, but now I have to hold my breath like I'm swimming in a sea of it. Used to be a world half there, a second-rate hand-me-down. Now I walk with a reverent air, 'cause everything is holy now. Everything, everything, everything is holy now. Read a questioning child's face and say it's not a testament. Well, that'd be very hard to say. See another new morning come and say it's not a sacrament. I tell you that it can't be done. This morning outside I stood, I saw a little red-winged bird shining like a burning bush, singing like Cat Williams. Made me want to bow my head, let my tears fall like rain. Cat was giving me the chance to let it all go again. 'Cause everything, everything, everything is holy now. Everything, everything, everything is holy now. All right.
Pat
Cardwell and the Unity Band. Thank you. Whew, that is one of my most favorite songs. And I think you've performed that with us before, if I'm not mistaken. And I deeply remember it. Thank you. Well, thank you for showing up this morning. It's cold. As I was getting ready and putting on my makeup and getting my clothes out, I was walking around the house, and my 13-year-old, who is just no nonsense, I walked by and he goes, "Mom, you look like a locust." I don't know if that's good or bad. Well, just 13. Well, hi, everyone. I'm Reverend Meagen Gosiewski, and I am the Associate Pastor of Pastoral Care here at Unity of the Blue Ridge. Thank you. It feels good to finally say it and affirm it, and it is so. So if you need pastoral care, I'm your gal. And prayer as well, yes. And the whole talk today is based on prayer, and we are going to delve into that. I wanted to start out a little bit, though, and just say, first of all, welcome to 2024. I haven't been out on this side of the wall. I'm usually on that side with our kids. And all of you parents who allow your children to spend time with us, we are so grateful for you. Thank you for letting them share time with us. We thoroughly enjoy our kids here. I have been there for the past year in the back, and it has been the most magnificent experience working with our youth and watching them grow and have spiritual insight. It's a blessing. And they are truly the youth of Unity, and they are the future of Unity. So we are so grateful for them. 2024, doesn't that sound like the future? You know, this is a very auspicious year. This is very auspicious. In numerology, if you follow numerology, 2024 is the number 8. So if you take the date of 2024, you add up those numbers, it's an 8. And I saw Joan in the back, it's the infinity symbol. So not only does it mean balance, because the infinity symbol is equally balanced, it also represents achievement. So what do you want to achieve this year? Does anybody know what the new animal is for the Chinese zodiac? Dragon. I heard, yes. Do you know what the dragon represents? It represents growth, progress, and achievement, and abundance. So if you have been looking to set some goals and there's some things that have been eluding you auspiciously, this is the year. This is our time to manifest. And when you are working on your goals, or if we did a treasure map vision board a couple weeks ago, if you were able to do that, then I hope you've got it in a good place and you can see it every day. If you haven't, I highly recommend you do one or set some type of goal for yourself, because this is the year. And when you're doing that, think of your spiritual community as well. Because as you grow, we all grow together. That's what the whole purpose of community is. So I highly encourage you to do that. And let me see, did I see Gail? Gail, I saw you. Spiritual practice is extremely important. We're going to talk about prayer today, but the other side of the coin of prayer is meditation. So I like to say, when you pray to God, you speak to the divine. When you listen, you meditate. And here in just next month, on Saturday the 17th, there we go. Saturday the 17th, Gail, Ray, and I, would you stand, Gail? Gail is right here. Gail is right here. She is a meditator, and as am I, and we do different types of meditation practice, but she is a prolific painter. If you've ever seen any of her art, she makes jewelry, anything she touches is gold. And we are going to teach an all-day class on meditation and prayer and painting. So it's a silent retreat. There'll be some talking, but mostly silent and painting and expressing and pulling out those things of you that you want to put on paper. And if you've never painted, like me, I've only painted like once in college, join us. It's going to be a really good experience. This month is about influence. And Reverend Darlene last week spoke about specifically influence as you align with your means and ends. So what exactly does that mean? Well, I'm going to tell you what I think it means. If you have a goal that we talked about just a moment ago, you're setting your goals for 2024. How are you getting to that goal? The goal is your end result. So let's just say by December 2024, you're going to XYZ. How are you walking that path to get there? Are you walking in love and joy and happiness and you're like, I'm going to do this, this is going to be great? Or are you over here and a little frustrated or maybe fearful? When you are in alignment with the divine, everything should flow. It's not always easy. We all know that, right? Life is not easy sometimes. But when you are in alignment, everything flows. And so I ask you, as you're moving towards those goals this year, make sure that you are in that alignment with the divine. And one of the main ideas that we use here in Unity is prayer. It's the cornerstone. If you know anything about the history of Unity, you'll know that it was founded on prayer. In fact, our very own Charles and Myrtle Fillmore started as a prayer group, and they would pray for people. And then it became the church you see today. That was over 120, 30 years ago that they started this movement. So prayer is the cornerstone, and we use affirmative prayer, and I'm going to talk about that in a moment, affirmative prayer. Keep that in the back of your mind if you've not heard that term, because it's very different from probably how you were taught in your faith or your origin of faith. Okay. I want to talk a little bit about influence. When you think of influence today, 2023, what are you thinking of? The first thing that comes to your mind. You probably think of social media influencer, right? We have all these people now who are on this kick of social media, and they talk about everything. My son was watching something yesterday, and it was literally a social media influencer who only talks about basketball. And apparently he's got like 1 million or something followers. There's fashion, there's art, there's music, there's everything you can think of. And we, as the flip side of the coin of influence, as we influence, we are influenced, right? It's like that infinity symbol. It's balance. So I ask you, as we're going through this today, what is influencing you? Who is influencing you? When you're on TikTok, what comes up and how does it make you feel? Or when you're watching a TV show, or I can't even watch the news. The news, if I watch the news, I'm depressed for a week. In fact, the last time I watched the news, it was so horrific I started crying. And Marcus was sitting next to me, my 13-year-old, and he was like, Mom, why are you crying? And then my other son came down the hall and started crying. We were all three crying over the news, and I said, no more. And that's been 2 years. I haven't turned it off because life is too short. Life is too short. So take stock in who's influencing you. It should feel good. It should lift you up. There are 3 people in my life who have influenced me when it comes to prayer. The whole purpose of our talk today and the whole next few weeks, which I'll talk about our class in a moment, is all steeped in prayer. And I know Angela joined us this week for our first prayer class, and she's going to continue coming back for the next 5. It's a 6-week course. So we are steeping ourselves in prayer, but prayer is so much more than just speaking. It's so much more. My mom was one of the people who influenced me the most when it came to prayer. And for those of you who don't know, my mom passed away 2 months ago yesterday. Yeah. And I've been thinking about her life a lot because she had a really hard life, really hard life. She was we both grew up, my mom and I did, in a fundamentalist Christian church. And in 1970, my mom became pregnant outside of wedlock with me. The church that was her foundation kicked her out. They told her that she was going to HE double hockey sticks and that she could not come back. And she was a deeply, deeply spiritual person. my family still kept me going to the fundamentalist church, but she was kind of out there in the wilderness by herself for many years. And she finally found the Methodist church. And they took her in and they loved her. And they just really helped her get over a lot of the pain that she had received, the spiritual trauma from the church we had been going to. And there was this one particular night where they did co-ed Bible study. Now, the faith that I grew up, I am sinning right now because I'm talking to you because I'm female and I'm in front of a congregation, and the church we grew up in, women were not allowed to speak in the whole sanctuary. You could talk in the Sunday school or you could talk outside, but once you got in here, you pretty much needed to be quiet unless you sang. So I am a heretic, and I kind of like that little rebel inside of me. I like that. Anyway. She was at this Bible class one night, and it was co-ed, and they were starting out, and they always started out with a prayer, and they asked my mom to pray. My mother had never prayed out loud or in front of anyone before. Never. And so I asked her, I was like 8 or 9 at that point, and I was like, what did you do, Mama? Like, what did you do? And she said, I said, thank you for this church, and thank you for these people, and thank you for this study group, and that's all. She ended her prayer with, and that's all. But she prayed. She prayed out loud in front of people. And I thought that was so, even as a kid, I admired the bravery of that. She was such a brave soul. So my first person was my mom. I had to just say that because that story touches my heart so deeply. The second person that has influenced me, you may have heard of, the master teacher, Jesus. We in Unity, as I said, the prayer is the cornerstone. Prayer is what we founded, what this particular philosophy in life was founded on, and it comes specifically from Jesus' lips himself in Mark 11:24. If you've never heard this, I ask you to just embody it. I'm going to read it a couple of times because it is so powerful. Therefore, I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours. Let me take that again. Therefore, I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it. Believe, and it will be yours. That Bible quote has stuck with me for so many years because I never understood it until I started working in these practices and principles with Unity. I now understand what that means when we talk about affirmative prayer. As I mentioned a moment ago, you may have been taught, God, okay, I need a new job. Like I know they're going to let me go, and I need a new job. And if you just give me that job, just please give me that job. I'll go to church more. I'll give some money. Like I'll eat better. I'll stop eating at McDonald's. Whatever. Just please you know that prayer, right? That bartering prayer, this for that. We don't do that here. We don't do that at Unity. Because we go directly to the source that says, believe that you have received it and it will be yours. Can you do that with me? Can you believe that you have received it? As you're setting your goals for this year, as you're saying your prayers, believe. I'm going to hold it for you. Like I tell my kids, whenever we set something and we say a prayer or we do like a goal setting at the end, my son might say, oh gosh, I hope this works. And I'll say, don't mess with Mama's prayer. That's what I'll tell you right now. Don't mess with it. You have to believe it. The third person that has really helped me and defined the way that I pray today is Ernest Holmes. Anybody know Ernest Holmes? Ernest Holmes wrote a book called The Science of Mind back in the 1920s. So it's 100 years old at this point, which is mind-blowing to me. I've been studying it for about 25 years now. And that book started a particular philosophy that's similar to Unity. We kind of call it our kissing cousin. It was called Religious Science, but Center for Spiritual Living. And inside that, he talks about a 5-step treatment prayer. It's a very formulaic process. And I'm going to talk about those here in just a moment. But it's a formulaic process to help you to learn to pray. So when I learned this, I immediately thought of my mom, who was just like swinging in the dark. Like, I'm just going to say something and, it's going to come from my heart. But it really didn't have direction. And this particular process gives you direction. It gives you a formula to use. The key is you have to know it, but you also have to believe it. And that's where your emotion comes in. Your emotion plays a very important role in your prayer. You can't just be robotic and just say the prayer. You have to have that drive behind it, that zeal, enthusiasm, the motivation to make it succeed. Ernest Holmes says, all the power of the universe is with you. Feel it, know it, and then act as though it were true. You have to feel it and know it. So let's talk about those 5 steps. The 5 steps are what we're going to be covering in the class, and I would say if this calls to you, you can join us. Please, we have in-person and virtual. Oh, thank you. I'll just point to that. But I wanted to make it, I've been a working mom for so many years and I could never do classes during the day, and there's a lot of stuff that happens here. And sometimes it was hard, like I may have basketball practice or my son's doing whatever. You can Zoom in while you're sitting in the car waiting for your kids if that's what it needs to be. We want to make this available to everyone, and if there is finances what's making you not come for free. I don't care. I want everybody to have this. And I will tell you, if it is finance that's holding you back, we're going to pray for prosperity for you. And then when you get that prosperity, you can give the church some money. Yes, tithe is a good thing. Ernest Holmes gave this 5-step treatment, and the first 2 steps, I think, are the most brilliant part of the process. Because as we know, we talk a lot about unification here, right? We talk about being one with the divine. Well, what does that mean? Sometimes that's so abstract. Let's break it down. The first step in the 5-step treatment is recognizing. You are recognizing the divine. As they say in the 12 steps, higher power. Some people say universe, some people say God, some people say goddess. Whatever that is for you, you have to recognize that it's there. And so what are those attributes of the divine that call to you? If you're speaking about peace, peace is very near and dear to my heart now with everything that's going on, and 2 teenage boys in my home. So I pray a lot for peace. Peace is constantly there. Peace is always in my mind. So if you're praying for peace, what are those qualities of the divine that have peace that resonate with you? Peace, compassion, love, bliss, safety. What are those things? That's recognition. So when you recognize that there is a true one power, think about those qualities. If it's health, it could be that God is radiant health, optimal radiant health. All of these things, all of them are available for us. So just think about what attributes that God has. And the second step is that you have them. So we like to say a simple way is God is radiant joy and blissful peace, and I am a child of God. Therefore, I can be nothing but radiant joy and blissful peace. We connect into the divine. We align through our words. And one of the beautiful things about this is I like to consider this poetry. You're writing a poem to the divine and to yourself, and together you are co-creating. It's like your spiritual being here, whatever you call it, I just call it God, holds your hand and you write it together. It's such a beautiful process. The third step is, I like to call the meat, or the vegan meat, depending on what you eat, of the sandwich. This is the stuff that you're praying for. This is the realization piece. What is it that you want to see? For 2024, think about that right now, because we're going to do this here in a moment. I'm going to, as we end this talk, I'm going to do a 5-step treatment. And I want you to kind of join me in the process and be thinking about what you wish to see for this year. For yourself, for your community, for the spiritual community, for this planet. We need so much right now. This whole planet does. And as we say these prayers, as we say these words, it gives us responsibility. Because what we're doing is we're building our consciousness. We talk about that a lot here. The Christ consciousness. The Master Jesus said, "These things ye shall do and greater." We have the ability with Christ consciousness to raise up, and it is our responsibility to raise up in that consciousness. And we need it so much right now. So what do you want to see? What is your realization? And it's okay to pray for a job or the love of your life or for health or for an abundant garden. Of course it is. Whatever you wish to see, but also remember the people around you. And as you learn to pray more and you do this formula more, it becomes easier and easier. And then you can maybe become a prayer chaplain. Just put that little seed out there. The fourth step is called Thanksgiving. And I like to say, I'm going to get some water here. It's so dry. Isn't it so dry? I woke up, my hair is normally curly. It's so dry that my hair is straight. Our heat has been continuously going, I think, for 5 days now. The fifth step is Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is about gratitude. That's where your emotion comes in. So when you think about gratitude, what do you feel in your body when you're grateful for something? Usually there might be a little bit of excitement. There's a little bit of peace. There's anticipation for what's coming, right? Or just being grateful. Peace and gratitude gives me such solace for all of the things that I have in my life. It just grounds me in to the divine. So when you pray affirmatively, we pray as if it is happening now. You are praying affirmatively. And then when you say what you want to say in that third step, you are grateful for it right now. I'm grateful because I know it's here. I know it is here right now. It's not coming in the distant future. It's not down the pike. It's here right now. I'm feeling it in my body. Thank you. I've worked with people in the past that we've done prayer with, and they wanted a new home. And I said, okay, let's talk about that. Let's talk about what that means. I want you to think about what it feels like the minute you turn the key and you've walked into your new home. What is that emotion that you have in your body? That's probably related to gratitude. Think of that. Feel that prayer. That is what drives this whole thing. That emotion, that gratitude, that drives the entire process of prayer. And then the last bit is letting go. Remember I said a moment ago, don't mess with mama's prayer now. You gotta let go. You can't hold on to it. Oh, I hope. No. Hope is a 4-letter word. You have to trust. You have to trust because you are co-creating this whole process with the divine. You have to trust. Can you get behind that with me? You know, one of the beautiful things we have right here at our very fingertips are prayer chaplains. They're always here every Sunday. And they always say, don't just pray when things are good or when things are bad. Pray when things are good. Because if you pray when things are good, it can maybe stay good. Right? You have to keep that prayer going. So utilize our prayer chaplains. Unity has a 1-800 number that you can call that's open like 16 hours a day, something like that, all throughout the day. You can call and someone will pray with you live on the phone. There's an app for that. Unity has an app. You can put in a prayer. There's no reason why prayer can't become a part of your daily spiritual practice. Keep that alive. Keep that energy alive. My teacher in Chicago, my minister, when I first came to New Thought, one of the things she told me was, every thought you think is a prayer. Even science, we're going to be talking about this in our class. Quantum physics shows there is energy behind your thoughts. So what are you thinking? I talk about responsibility. We are called to be responsible. Sometimes that's not easy. Sometimes I just want to watch a stupid TV show. But I really try to think about, how does that make me feel? How does that make me feel? And I want to feel good. Don't you want to feel good? Let's feel good together. Let's be a spiritual community that feels good together and lifts each other up in prayer. Can we do that? Can I get an amen? Thank you. Yes. So if you want to join us at this class, come on. We'd love to have you. Even if you just do one, class, it will make a difference for you. We have the papers that we can lay out, and I'm even happy to talk to you after the service about the 5-step treatment if you can't make the classes because you have other obligations. I get that. I've been there. I'm, a working mom, and I was studying ministerial school for 1.5 years, and it's tough sometimes. But we are here for you. Just remember that. In whatever capacity you need, Unity is here for you, and we love you. Sarah. Oh, there. Sarah's going to play a song. I'm going to talk briefly a moment. Was anyone here in 2017 for Our Love is Power? Yes. Yes. If you were not here, that was an all-day event Reverend Darlene put together, and it was phenomenal. We had Marianne Williamson, we had Ricky Byers, who was here, and I'm going to talk about her in just a moment. We had 2 ladies from Hawaii, I can't remember their names, but they were just, the energy of that room was palpable. It was like walking through a fishbowl of water, and everywhere you went, it was just full of love. Ricky Byers spoke there. If you don't know who that is, Ricky Byers is a singer. She's actually spoke here at our church that Sunday as well. She used to be married to Michael Beckwith, and Michael Beckwith may be a name you know. He was in the movie The Secret back in the day. And they started a huge mega church out in California. She said, sometimes life just gets you, right? Sometimes you're just mired in the muck, and you want to say a prayer, but you just can't. You just don't have the words. She said, and when I get that way, I just say, God, you know. And that is okay, because it works. Because guess what? You're going with your emotion, and that is where your heart is. And as my mom says, and that's all. It's okay. It's okay. I wanted to read a quote by Melody Beatty. If you don't know who she is, she was a self-help author and wrote quite a bit about codependence back in the 80s. And she talks about prayer. She says, prayer changes things. Prayer changes us. Prayer changes life. Sometimes an event that has been manifested that needs to be stopped mid-air, we use prayer. Don't pray when you're in trouble. Pray every day. Surround yourself with prayer. You never know when you might need an extra miracle. So let's take this message in today. We're going to do a 5-step treatment. I hope you're holding something in your heart right now that is speaking to you that you wish to manifest in your life for 2024. Whether it's love or joy or peace, a new job, a new home. What is that for you? What is calling you? And I know in this moment now, there's one power, one strength, one divine, radiant energy that permeates everything in this universe. That energy we may call God, the divine, the universe, goddess, so many names, but all the same source. It's the one power. And that source feeds us. It guides us and protects us and loves us. And we, in turn, are a piece of the whole. each soul here is an individual expression of the divine. We are made of stardust. We are the entire universe in one being. And our power is limitless. Our love is limitless. I see for each person here today, each beautiful soul that got up on this cold morning and came in or tuned in on Zoom or YouTube or wherever they found us, that each soul knows their worth and that they matter and that they are the embodiment of love and that what they seek is already here. For we pray affirmatively for each soul that their goal, their desire, their passion is met in this moment now. And I trust that to be so. For we have been told that what we seek, we must believe it is happening now. So I believe that for each of you and for myself. I am so grateful. I'm so grateful, Father, Mother, God, for the gifts. I just bask in the glory of your love, and in gratitude, I say thank you. Thank you. I release. I let these words go because I know that you have it now. You have it. God is in the details. The divine is working it all out. And I'm putting these words to the universe so that they come back to me. And I say, and so it is.
I breathe in and I breathe out. I take in and I give out. And I let love and I let go. I release and I know. I breathe in, I breathe out, I take in and I give out. I let love, I let go. I release and I know.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, Reverend Meagen. We are so blessed to have you. Thank you so much. You've got us. You've got us. I know. I have thoroughly enjoyed watching people go in and see them glowing and growing and all of those beautiful things that happen. It's pretty amazing, I think. Okay, if our chaplains and our ushers could come forward, please. They know.
They know that it's their time. They're great. So I encourage you to pray with our prayer chaplains. It is a beautiful, life-affirming, amazing experience to stay prayed up. And so together, let's say our offering affirmation. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, all that I receive, and all that I am. I am now in perfect balance and flow with the universal tides of giving and receiving. Thank you, God. And so it is. And now we have our Cat Williams.
Oh, yeah. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. When spirit walks. When spirit walks. When spirit walks. Wash my fears away. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day.
Oh, happy day.
Oh, happy day.
Oh, happy day.
When spirit walks.
When spirit walks.
When the spirit walks. When spirit walks. Wash my fears away.
Oh, happy day.
Oh, happy day.
Oh, happy day.
He taught me how, yeah, to watch and pray. Watch and pray. And live every day. Oh, every day. Oh, happy day.
Oh, happy day.
Oh, happy day.
Oh, happy day.
When spirit walks.
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 Wash my fears away.
Oh, happy day.
Oh, happy day.
Oh, happy day.
She taught me how to love and pray. Oh, yeah, love and pray. And live rejoicing every day. Every day. Oh, happy day.
Oh, happy day.
Oh, happy day.
Oh, happy day.
Oh, happy day.
Oh, happy day.
Taught me how to walk.
Oh, happy day.
They showed me how to talk.
Oh, happy day.
They told me how to pray.
Oh, happy day.
I'm saying this way.
Oh, happy day.
'Cause it's a happy day.
Oh, happy day.
Oh, it's a happy day.
Oh, 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 happy day. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day.
Yes, Cat Williams and our amazing band.
Thank you. Thank you.
What a blessing. What an amazing blessing. Yeah, we'll do the peace song too. Ooh. Brandy. Brandy's incredible. We love our Brandy. We're not ready to peace out yet.
Oh, we're not peacing out yet.
But you can
It's
hold
okay.
hands.
We got some pre-peace handed up here.
Reverend Darlene is praying with the children this morning, and we have a couple of announcements, and I wanted to make sure that you got them. The first Wednesday's 12 Power Walk the Talk. Okay, that's coming up on February 7th at 7 p.m. It's with Reverend Darlene and the ministry team. Our 5-step prayer practice, we heard all about that. We are in great shape. We have a choir sign-up sheet in the lobby for our Easter choir. Be sure to sign up for that. And for the classes that we have that is on, is there something that I'm missing? No. On Tuesdays, we have Lucille. Lucille does classes at 10, it's 11 to 12:30, I believe. I don't have the piece of paper up here, so forgive me. Go to our website. All of the information is there, and you can register. If you don't receive our e-news, please sign up for it. Now, let's come together and sing the peace song.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, brothers and sisters are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every breath I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Oh, happy day.